Hi, I'm Alisa from I Am Whole, and today on the Human Experience, I'll be talking about the ego and egoic actions. No matter what self-work we are doing, we all have an ego. They are all varied in their strength, and how we manage ourselves depends on how strong it's displayed to the world. We need our ego. Now, I know most people that are working in spiritual groups would be shocked at that statement, as they are constantly trying to kill the ego or transmute the ego or dissolve the ego, which is quite egoic in itself. The ego was given to all of us for a reason, and if we understand what that reason is for all of us, it can be very powerful. The dictionary describes the ego as one of the three divisions of the psyche in psychoanalytic theory that serves as the organized conscious mediator between the person and reality, especially by functioning both in perception of adaptation to reality. In much easier terms, the ego helps with balancing our constitution of the mind and the spirit in the body. It doesn't sound that bad when it's perceived like that, but we all have such bad stories of ourselves or others when putting the term the ego into content. I feel it's only when the ego becomes out of whack and our constitution becomes unbalanced does this show in an exaggerated sense. When this happens, the ego can be seen as conceited and perceived to be something negative. People can perceive a top athlete with a trace of this kind of ego to be self-centered, but having a reasonable sense of self-worth is required to push through the limits to become the best in your field. Life's victories are good and necessary, as we all have obstacles to overcome. We need self-confidence, which is tied up in our ego, to move forward. My perception from personal experience on both sides of having and receiving this effects of an out of balance ego. When one becomes out of whack with themselves, it can show total removal of self from the living. They feel powerless and lack. On the other side, it can be seen as controlling the freedom of others. It can be over the top. It can be not allowing any change to come through that they cannot see as a positive outcome. In both situations, we stop using our ego to push our own selves forward. In both cases, we start inflicting it on others. As a leader, this is a very tight path to walk down, and the need to stay in the centre and not fall off the sides is essential. You can derail not just the project and the team, but you can lose yourself. So how do we keep our ego balanced to live within the achieving world and maintain a wholeness of integrity? Number one, we always need to find a balanced constitution first, no exceptions. I've experienced this on all levels. Unless we are living in harmony within, we cannot be in check with our reality. If we are in charge of a family or a team, we cannot be a good leader if this is not in check. Your success, their success will be limited, and how you feel about yourself can become lifeless. If you can come back to the basics, your food, your sleep, your movement, your family's emotional state, your emotional state, your finances, and your wellness activities, have a good look. Are they in check? Do you wake up every day feeling vital? Are you meeting others in the middle? If the answer is yes, you are doing a great job. If the answer is no, well, you now know what to look at. Only then can you bring solid energy to a project, to a team, to a family. You will bring a force of balance that you have created within every space, and a feeling of balanced energy will be received by them. You don't have to be a leader. Being a participant in life is far greater than any earthly label. You still need to keep your ego in check, even if you are not striving to achieve something in life. How can we look at ourselves and check in on our ego? A good question to ask yourself is this something I would like to receive? If you are managing the team, is this expectation part of their role? Is this how I would like to be treated? Understanding we cannot control their response, we can only try to always work towards a better outcome. Within all personal relationships, the question is, am I giving them the freedom to be themselves? Even as hard it is with children, we all need to ask ourselves, are they fully expressed in the home? Are they allowed to be themselves? As a parent, we need to keep them safe, help them with their education, and support them as they grow. The world isn't always the safest place. But is their life fully expressed in what they want to achieve and how they want to be? Having children is great for the ego, and learning how to keep it in check whilst raising them in a secure and safe environment is even better. Let's do an exercise. I ask you all to close your eyes, unless you're driving or operating machinery. Just do this later. We are going to do a square breathing exercise. Find a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Just keep that breathing whilst I go through what the square breathing exercise will be. When we do square breathing, we inhale for 5, we hold for 5. We exhale for 5, we hold for 5. I'll talk you through it. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Maintain this breath cycle and find peace to come back to the reality that the truth in life is the only thing we can truly control is our breath and the way we respond to the world we live in. Everything else is a work in progress. Stay with your breath. Keep letting go. Let go of the expectations. Let go of what happened today. Let go of what happened yesterday. If there is any pain in your body, breathe into that space. Any stiffness, any tightness, breathe in to that space. Take all your focus there and give it permission to let go. Visualize yourself standing, happy, upright, pain-free, smiling peacefully. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? Feel that feeling of that happy person, of that aligned person. They are you. What do I truly want? Open your eyes, and I encourage you to start writing. Write down what you want right now. It might be to lose weight, it might be to get a new job, it might be to save more money, it might be just to feel happier every day within. Now look at the basics around that. The food you eat doesn't match with the vision of what you want. The sleep you are getting, is it in alignment with what you need to achieve what you want? The movement of your body, is it enough movement to feel freedom and at peace every day? Go through each thing, your emotional stability, your emotional state, how things affect your family, how things affect your finances, and just go into check with the reality of where you are and where you're going. If you focus on you and only you, whilst being aware that you cannot control others, you will move forward. This is a really good exercise to do daily to help maintain balance in the constitution of the mind and the spirit and the body. Our ego is not a negative part of who we are. And when kept in balance, it's our driving force and the ability to get up each day and keep going. Today I encourage you to start looking at how you find balance in all aspects of your life. We were given everything in life for a reason.